Hey guys, good morning. And sorry, I'm just talking a bit low, but everybody in the house is still asleep because yesterday we had an absolutely fantastic day. Um, and that's what I want to talk about in this live of experiences and why experiences are so important to us. So we had my nephew over for the week because he was doing a summer camp in Barcelona Zoo, and every single day we have tried to do something with him. We're all absolutely shatter tired because we've been going to bed relatively early, 11, half 11, but we've just been on the go. On Monday, we spent, because what I actually did was I blocked out my calendar from on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so that I would always spend the afternoons with him when we do something. So Monday, we went to the zoo and we walked around the zoo for about 2 hours. It was super hot when we got there because it was around half four. Wednesday, we went to an amazing outdoor swimming pool. And yesterday we went to an amusement park called El Tibidabo, which is on top of a mountain in Barcelona, and the views are spectacular. Now, what does this have to do with you? Well, the key message of this Facebook Live, or Periscope Live, or YouTube Live, depending where you're watching me, is to say that experiences are really important. So it's important to get out there and experience life physically. And kind of the running joke that we have is, well, we might as well enjoy all these experiences as much as we can now, because who knows, in a couple of weeks or months, uh, we could be confined again, so we might be able to have as much mobility, etc. So I say a running joke, but obviously it's nothing to joke about, but it is the importance of enjoying experiences. Now, yesterday, for example, we went to the amusement park, we went up on the big wheel. Well, this was one of the great things about COVID, if one could say there's great things about COVID, is that the place was at 30% occupancy, which meant, for example, yesterday we went up the big wheel, there was no queuing. Everything is a little bit slower because they want to make sure that everybody gets off the attractions one by one and everybody's not rushing to get off the attractions. And of course, we all behaved and we wore our mask. But we did the big wheel, we did the carousel, we did some Viking ships, which were a bit boring because the thrill of the Viking ships is that they have a little pump where you can spray people with water as they walk by, but those weren't working. And then we did the roller coaster. Well, I did the roller coaster, and the roller coaster is something that was quite an interesting experience for me because my first time on that roller coaster was probably about 4 or 5 years ago because I was always terrified of it, and now I love it. So yesterday I did it 3 times. I did it once and then I got back up on it. And each time I was beaten to the first row of seats by somebody. And the last time I decided to do it, I managed to get up to the top of the queue. Well, there was no queue, I was the first in, and I was able to do it first. And it's just amazing. There's one part where it goes up and then it stops, obviously. And then it's the first drop, and you see a huge panoramic view of Barcelona, and it's just fantastic. And that's a live for another occasion about facing your fears. Then we had the log flume, which was really fun as well, and my nephew really enjoyed it. And then we did the bumper cars 3 times. I don't think we've ever gone on so many rides so many times. And this was his first time doing the bumper cars by himself. And I always say to him, you have to drive it like it's stolen, drive the bumper car. So he did really, really well. And to see the joy on his face and to hear him repeatedly say, that was so much fun, Richie, that was so much fun. We did really well, didn't we? It was just, well, you can see how happy I look. It's just amazing. So the thing is that while we can buy lots of things, while we can save lots of money, I do think that having experiences is also important and planning experiences in your life. And another thing that I saw, I don't have my phone here, but another experience I saw was we were coming home it was around 9:30 at night, I think, or later. And we went into the car park, and there was this guy in a open top car. He'd obviously just paid for the parking just to do this in his open top car, sitting on the in the back of the car with his girlfriend or wife, or maybe who knows who she was and who he was. But the couple were sitting on the back of the car looking out into the sunset with the convertible. I should have said that with the it was a convertible car with the roof down, sitting on the back of the car looking out over the sunset. And I thought, wow, that is some experience that he is sharing there. And of course, experience after that. That's a bit cheeky, but uh, that's uh, that's how I rock and roll. But the idea is that again, sharing an experience with somebody. So my thought for you today is, and I'd like you to drop a comment below, depending if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, is to tell me about an experience that you remember that you had this week, or to set up an experience that you want to have next week or the week or in the coming days, because experiences are really important. So I'm really interested in your thoughts and your comments. Um, just drop a comment there, and